Hey guys, in this episode we're going to talk about the difference between the Shimano Stradic FL and the Vanford. After this short intro, we're going to get right into it.
Gotta get your arms way up in a cast and set the hook on smallmouth bass, and then you'll understand. Gotta get your hands on a Shimano reel and a G-loop is right. I bet you like what you feel. Step on the deck, give it a whirl. Hello and welcome to my world.
The Vanford is the higher price point reel between the two, the Vanford and the Stradic FL. When the Stradic CI4 Plus came out several years ago, I bought them up like crazy because I didn't think that there was a better spinning reel on the planet. I love them for the price point. Matter of fact, I have like 6 of them in my boat, which I'll still continue to fish. But the Vanford here is a game changer in a lot of ways, not only between the Stradic CI4 and the Stradic FL, which we're going to be talking about. One of the major differences between this reel and that reel is that this is made with the CI4, the carbon infused CI4 Plus composite material with the body, whereas the FL is a Hagane metal body. It's going to be a little heavier, but they both do have the G-free body, so when you actually reel both of them, it's going to feel like the center of gravity is a lot closer to the reel or a lot closer to the rod. That's the way they're designed. One of the major differences between the Vanford and the FL is that the Vanford actually has the MGL rotor, the Magnum Light rotor, which takes up to 45% less startup inertia to get this thing started up and spinning. And why is that good? Well, it's going to allow you to actually take up a lot more line a lot quicker in those finesse situations where you see a fish running with your line. You can reel it up, set the hook, and you're going to have that. On both of these reels, you're going to have the cross carbon drag. You're going to get the long stroke spool on both of them. And again, the long stroke spool, if you're not familiar with what that does, is the stroke on the spool is longer than a normal reel from Shimano, and it allows the line to lay a lot flatter on the spool, which allows you to cast farther in the end. Because what's happening is when you cast the rod, there's less line laying on top of the other line. So when you cast it, it's not fighting itself trying to get the line off the spool, which again then does take into consideration that you're going to get a longer cast. And again, this is a 2500 series, whereas this is a 3000 series. You can tell by the paddle handle. Only difference between the 3000 and 2500 in any series of Shimano reels, as far as in the spinning reels, is that it does have a paddle handle. The spool is deeper or bigger, allows more line, but other than that, they're pretty much the same. Again, Hagane body, Hagane gearing, micro module 2. This is CI4 Plus composite body. You're still going to have micro module 2 gearing, which is coming down from the Stella. You're also going to have, again, a long stroke spool, but again, CI4 Plus composite or carbon infused. There used to be a CI4, now this is a CI4 Plus, which has been out for a few years. Makes it a lot more rigid, a lot more sturdy. Again, they both do have X-Protect and X-Ship technology on both of these reels. The main differences between these reels is that this is CI4, and it also does have the MGL, the Magnum Light rotor, where you're not getting that on the Stradic FL. So the question is, which one do I choose? Well, obviously you can tell that I have both of them. The answer to that question is I'm going to fish them both. However, if you're looking to buy the reel that is going to change all reels for you, that is definitely, in my opinion, going to be the Vanford. I would buy this every day and twice on Sunday over the Stradic FL, and that's just my opinion. You know, that's just me telling you what I would do. If you're up in the air between the two and you want to buy either the Vanford or the Stradic FL, I would go the Vanford route because the Magnum Light rotor is going to be a huge upgrade, as well as I like the CI4 Plus technology. It's a little lighter feeling in the hands. It's not much lighter, but you can tell the difference. So, just my 2 cents, Vanford versus the FL. I would choose the Vanford all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. Both great reels, but the Vanford's for me.